person has the emotions of love, anger, fear, and feelings of pleasure and pain. Every individual has the need of independence, success, and need for acceptance. Broadly, individual difference will be classified into two categories, such as inherited traits and acquired traits. Under inherited traits, it includes physical, mental, and temperamental, while in acquired trait includes social, cultural, educational, and emotional. There are six factors affecting individual differences of children, namely heredity, environment, race and nationality, sex, age, and education. These factors will be discussed each member of the group based on their designated topics.
Lesson day to you, Coach Jude Martinez, and to my fellow classmate. I am Trisha Kisel Felix Lahari, and I'm going to discuss the different factors affecting the individual differences of children. One of the most significant and chief causes of individual differences is hereditary. When we said heredity, it is the passing on of physical or mental characteristics genetically from one generation to other. Individuals inherit various physical traits like face with its features, color of eyes and hair, type of skin, shape of skull and size of hands, color blindness, baldness, stub finger, and tendency to certain diseases like cancer, diabetes, and tuberculosis. Mental traits like intelligence, abstract thinking, aptitudes, and prejudice. And it is now an admitted fact that heredity differences result in the quantity and rate of physical as well as mental development being different individuals. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, Coach Jude and my fellow classmates. Hi, I'm Kimberly Villacura, and now let's tackle about environment. All the physical surroundings on Earth are called the environment. The environment includes everything living and everything non-living. The non-living part of environment has three main parts: the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, and the lithosphere. So why environment is one of the factors that affecting individual differences of each children? Based on www.Urban Child Institution Resources Publication Data Book 2013, children's surroundings have a huge impact on their well-being. A healthy, safe home is essential for our children to grow, learn, and explore. A problematic home environment, by contrast, can have a detrimental effects on a children's intellectual, social, and emotional development. Research has shown that a negative home environment during the early years of a life can lead to impaired development of including poor language skills, behavioral problems, deficits, and school readiness. A child's early home environment has also been linked to longer-term outcomes including high school, graduation, teen parenthood, adult employment, and earnings. Brain imaging studies suggest that growing up in a disadvantaged or stressful environment can cause the brain to develop differently. Studies of young children have identified distinct patterns of brain activities associated with family incomes and other socio-economic factors that relate to social and emotional development, cognitive ability, and learning and memory. Okay? We human as a different in our personalities and behaviors. The changes occurs when we are exposed in our environments, ethnicity, religion, and beliefs. During at our child years, the child years will be the most influential years because we don't have a good mentally and we are unconscious to decide what is good and suited for ourselves. The environment, ethnicity, and religion, and also beliefs are the factors that play a huge role in making the people, especially the children, to become different to others. The children develop his uniqueness character due to his surrounding or environment. Where he limits it is practice to do the same thing. Like for example, if your family are active in doing some responsibilities and they show so much sweetness or love to each other, we can see impact that you as a child will also have the characteristics as you grow, give that you're already exposed to that kind of behaviors and practices. The second factor is the ethnicity. We are all know that ethnicity is related to accustomed practices. In ethnicity, whether you are Bisaya, Ilocano, Ilonggo, or Sambungueño, like for example, in ethnicity of Sambungueños, we have different customized practices that includes the foods we cook and we prepared in different celebrations or events. That's why most of Sambungueños children are prepared to eat humba, papaitan, and lechon than to Bicol Express and other foods from different ethnicities. The third factor that influences the difference of children is religion. The religion are one of the main reasons why we have a different personalities, behaviors, and customized practices. Because every religion has a different perspective, especially in religion matters, where the Catholic people are believing that Jesus is the God, where the Muslims are also believing that Allah is the only God. Catholic children believe in the statues while the Muslims are not believing on it. The fourth factor is the beliefs. The children has their own beliefs that they gain through the influence of families and religion. An example of that is the own superstitious belief, where some of the children believe that we should sleep and our hair is wet because it may cause from having white hairs. So, another example of superstitious beliefs is don't put curtain in front of the door because you may experience a bad luck of your living, while most of others children are not believing in this kind of superstitious belief.
Another factors that different individuals are the race and the nationality. The concept of race and nationality have and continue to be despite this much attention academic and those working in the field have found it difficult to isolate or separate each from other, arguing that race, ethnicity, and nationality are indivisible or interconnected, as these are what shape or what make our identity. These are what we make us who we are. Race refers to physical differences that groups and culture consider socially significant. For example, people might identify the race Asian, Black American, or White American, or some other race. Race or racial identifies simply describe the physical features that a group of persons might have in common. These have in common. This can conclude but are not limited to skin color, the facial structure, the eye color, the hair color, and the other physical characteristic. For example, here in Philippines, if we have a friend that have a curly hair, dark skin, has a brown eyes, then has a flat nose, then we identify that girl or boy is an Eta. So this is how we identify individuals. But of course, we should be clear about whether you are referring to our racial group. For example, you have a student like me, I'm wearing a hijab, then some people might say that girl is a Mora or a Moro. So we should be clear in this because it was already a racism. So, racism is learned behavior where we are socialized to see difference and act upon it. It causes challenges for learning and with school experience. So racial bias in our schools affects student learning and school disciplines, as well as influence how students engage with each other. Negative racial attitude and behaviors are ingrained in our system and institution. However, as the educators, we have the opportunity to change outcome in our school and in spite of our existing system. So, it is clear that racism is the act of discrimination against different race based that one's behavior or race is superior. So, the unintended behaviors and consequences of racism are so pervasive that it is sometimes difficult to clearly identify how it affects us. One way is racial bias, which address the attitude or stereotypes that affect our action towards a group of people unconsciously. So we move to nationality. So when we say nationality, it refers to the country of citizenship. Nationality is sometimes used to mean ethnicity, although the two are technically different. People can share the same nationality, like we are Filipino, but be of different ethnic groups, and people who share an ethnic identity can be different of nationality. Like I'm a Filipino, but I'm under in the Tausug community. Similarly, individuals of different nations show difference in respect of their personality, character, and mental abilities. These are the outcome of their geographical, social, and cultural environment. So, many studies have shown the existence of difference between the Americans and Negroes or Chinese and Japanese, English, and Indian individuals. So, to come up with this, individuals of different countries differ in respect of nature, physical and mental differences, interests, and personality. So, because of difference in their cultural and geographic materials, so the nationality can be different too in each individual.
Next topic will be the sex differences. The sex differences talks about the both male and female and their characteristics. So we all know that the male and female has an advantage and disadvantage when it comes in academic learning. So we all know that the male are good at vocational learning, which is the automotive, electronics, carpentry, and we all know that the female are very good at academic courses, which is the ABM, STEM, just like that. So as a future educator, we need to study both of these characteristics and both the advantage and disadvantage of the male and female. So if these two are combined in one room, so there will be sort of conflict and misunderstanding. So as a future educator or future teacher, we need to treat them equality with the both male and female. So it's just basically the sex and differences and talks about the differences of the characteristic of both male and female. And that's all for the topic. So we'll go to the next topic.
Good day everyone. So today I'm going to discuss about the individual differences of children according to age. So age is another factor which is responsible in bringing individual differences. Learning ability and adjustment capacity naturally grow with age. When one grows in age, can acquire better control over our emotions and better social responsibilities. When a child grows, then this maturity and development go side by side. As you age, the way your senses, hearing, vision, taste, smell, and touch give you information about the world changes. Your senses become less sharp, and this can make it harder for you to notice details. Aging can affect all of the senses, but usually hearing and vision are most affected. Age differences in cognition are inferred from observing a motor, vocal, or manual response to task stimuli, and age-related changes in the motor system must be taken in account. Although age effects on simple reaction time are mild, aging is accompanied by multiple deficits in planning, control, and execution of movements. Maturity doesn't always come with age. In fact, it's deeper than age. It's about the way you see and understand things, the way you consider others, the way you communicate, the way you react, the things you value, the way you represent yourself and others as an adult. Everyone grows old, but not everyone grows up. Physical, intellectual, and emotional development is caused by the growth in age. Many individuals differ because of the differences in intelligence. Individuals who are below the average intelligence and mental age find much difficulty in learning, and the average intelligent person can learn quickly.